The more things change, the more they yada yada. Well, things might have changed a bit, but they remain the same, or even worse. So Jamaica played out a 0-0 draw with Canada in World Cup qualifying. Now in the context of the group, a home draw did not suffice. But again, based on what happened in our last home game, this could be seen as some improvement. Yeah? Now, as to how this helps the cause, that is up in the air. Who knows? With our backs against the wall, Jamaica might make a big push in the latter half of the campaign. And you never know. The point earned might go a long way in the future. I don't know. We're now 5 games in. And of a possible 15 points, we only have 2. Of a possible 6 home points, 1. To be fair, Jamaica did have a few good looks on goal. A couple of good looking set pieces that we probably should have put away, and then you could argue that things could have gone north. But on the other hand, the guys from up north, they would argue that they too missed some good chances, and the game could have gone either way. But whatever, it happens, it's football. Of course, Coach Tapper Whitmore will take the draw.
Give thanks. Keeping a clean sheet is a positive. We were solid in defense today. I think it's a start to keep a clean sheet, so we only can build on this performance going forward.
But Tapper, again, look at the stats. You know, this is not like previous campaigns where we can soak up the pressure and then hope to draw our way through. Plus players in consecutive games having to make tackles worthy of yellow cards early in the game, it not look good. I sometimes wonder if it's a case where we have not matured to the point where we can impose ourselves on games. I don't know. Now, when a team does not do well, then the coach goes in front of the firing squad, and rightly so. However, my opinion remains the same. This is bigger than just firing the coach. The JFF, that's where it lies. A culture of nothingness that breeds nothingness. I stand firmly in defense until something changes. That players don't fly halfway around the world with one of their greatest dreams, that of playing in the World Cup in mind, and then they come and play like kindergarten students. I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't buy it. Add to that the prospects of being seen by clubs and scouts and, the opportunities that can arise from playing well on the international stage. I'm not convinced. I'm going to take a look back again at the Mikel Antonio debacle. We decided that we needed a player of his caliber, his pedigree, and form to help us on this World Cup qualifying campaign. So a lot of hullabaloo was made about getting Antonio into the program. And voila, we did. He agreed to play for Jamaica. He came, played 1 game. That didn't end too well. But that's how it is. But now we're in a situation where we really, really need him. So we called him up. And again, he agreed to play. He says his bags were packed and ready for him to travel. Only for at the last minute, we get a horribly worded and a highly disrespectful press release that says himself, his club, and most importantly, the Jamaica Football Federation agreed that due to logistics, whatever, it is best for him to stay in London with his club at this time. I already said it. The release in and of itself was an insult to people's intelligence. But then we heard that he did not make it because he wanted to take his personal physio with him, and the request was denied. And the first thing that comes to mind is this player playing the diva and making unreasonable demands? I don't think so. And even if he was acting like a diva, I guess he has earned it. No bad mind around here. But alas, we were to find out that that was not the case. And far from it. Now we know the screw up was on the end of the JFF. And then this.
It was a simple mix-up that caused that to happen. Simple mix-up. What we don't want to do is to continue to lay blame all over the place. Some miscommunication, why that end up happening that way.
And we expect to make the World Cup with this kind of management? Your biggest player, with your ass in a vice, and you miscommunicate? Now Antonio must be wondering to himself, What the hell did I get myself into, mate? And by the way, as I understand it, that's not even the full story. Some time ago, one player declared that if Jamaica does not make the World Cup, then it will be the JFF's fault. And some people, to include 2 friends and colleagues of mine, declared that all he was doing was absolving himself and the players of any responsibility of failure. I don't agree with that. At least not yet. I'm not ready to jump onto that train. Like I said before, we also know that the JFF is a very inept organization, if any at all organized. And with the numerous screw-ups by the JFF...
That's why we use the words a miscommunication.
Anyway, we have Honduras next. And based on recent happenings and how things are going right now, fingers crossed.